Gross. So I just checking in or whatever. But, take this jacket. I don't know if I should take this jacket off or not. I don't know. It's been a normal day, I guess, but not much I could say. There's nothing to do. Not right now, but because I don't know, like, well, as you can tell, whatever, people are obviously still listening to me for some reason. I don't know why it matters to say that shit, but there's nothing else to do. I've said it before, whatever before, and I don't need to ever like explain myself again. Everybody's like always focused on me for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't do anything crazy, but yeah, I don't know, cause like you can hear it, whatever, it's still there. I don't know, but it's like it's not me. It's not. I'm not doing anything crazy. Like I'm not doing anything, but I don't know what else to do and what else to say about it. I've like don't know what to do, and so it's driving me crazy. I'm confused and shit. But in real life, I really don't have any problems. Like, I think everything's okay. Like I feel okay, but it's constantly like fucking nagging and shit at me, like whatever, trying to control me and shit all the time. I don't freaking like it. But it's really like that. It really is, where I'm not supposed to say shit, whatever, because it'll offend people, which is fucking retarded. It's kind of dumb though, because like half this stuff, like whatever that you hear, whatever, is like is offensive, whatever. But like it's like they can't handle it or something. Like I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not focusing on it. I'm not trying to uh, have it like whatever ruin my day or whatever. I don't know, ruin my flow. But like it's like focusing on me and that, like trying to make me feel a certain way. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. But because like you can still hear that. It's like obviously clear they want to stop like listening in. They're trying to tell me how to live my life, how to judge me or whatever. I don't know why, for what. And so and it's like anybody and everybody, I guess. But I'm thinking, and like, what am I supposed to do about it? I just like it's causing problems in my life. Like I don't know what else to say, and so they don't like that. But it's like, well, I'm not sure if that's what I want, like for myself, because I'm not actively trying to. I'm not doing anything crazy, because like they know they like are intruding into my privacy like constantly. And it's like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, how would you handle that? Like, if it happened to you, like, would you care? Whatever, people deserve certain things, or whatever, I guess. But, and I don't think that, whatever, it's just like, I'm not trying to critique or whatever, or put it out there and say all these crazy things, whatever. I don't need to do that shit. But, it's really just, it's not disappointing. It's like where I can't do anything I want to, because people become like, they're just offended by it, like by whatever it is. I didn't mean nothing at all, nothing. But I just let it go, because it's not really maybe it's not worth the time, whatever. Hold on one second. But it sucks. The truth sucks, I guess, but not entirely. But I mean, like, there's only so much you can do. Like, I can't do anything about it. Like, I'm only human. Like, I try my best and whatever, and so I do what I'm supposed to do. But like having other people constantly perching over you and stuff, trying to make you feel bad or whatever, make you feel a certain way, like trying to like taking things away from you, doing shit like that, whatever. Like it's just like, I don't know, like I'm trying to stay away from all that, and stay positive. And that's what I was trying to do, is just whatever for just a second, but because it goes on forever. But I don't have to be fake, number one, or whatever about it. I don't need to be fake about it or lie at all. I can tell you the truth or whatever about anything, really. But it's just like, I don't need a second person like to tell me what I'm doing wrong or whatever. I don't need that place of like judgment in my life, like, right now. Like, it's hard to struggle and whatever to survive like on your own anyways. But I was not trying to let that get to me. I'm not going to let it get to me. Like I don't know why, but it's like they're constantly trying to tell me how to live my life, and I don't like it. It's like I don't tell you what to do. I never order you around. I never can try to control you. I never ever really did. And so it was never about that. It never was. And so I'm just gonna let that shit go because I don't know if it's right for me. Because they're threatening to do whatever, get me in trouble and shit like all the time. And it's like, who's gonna be out there? Who wants to hear that stuff? Who wants to listen? Or whatever. I don't know. But for me, whatever, it's not a cry for help. It's just it's like a justification or whatever. I don't know. But like, it's like I just don't like being threatened like by people that whatever, just constantly whatever try to get under my skin and shit. But I'm just thinking like, I'm trying to stay positive about it, but I can't freaking I can't please everybody because like it's not my purpose, like it's not my life whatever to do that, to like bow or please others, because even though they treat me like shit or whatever, they don't treat me right. And it's like I'm supposed to have respect for them, but it's like I don't know how to do that because I don't feel right about it. Like it's not my place to be like, that's my duty or whatever to make it acceptable for you to have like power and control over my life, whatever I do, because it's always something else. It's always another problem. It's always another reason why I'm not doing right or I'm doing wrong or something like that. And I'm thinking like, I've been doing okay for the past like year. I've been doing all right, and so I'm not complaining about that. But it's like every day, whatever, is another stem of like worship or whatever against something else or whatever, I don't know, out of my life or something like that. It's just crazy stuff, whatever, to me. But in real life, it's true because they talk about you, and they whatever, and they judge you, and they're doing this, they're doing that, all these things, whatever. They're constantly listening in. It's like you can't have privacy for 1 minute for some reason at all. You can't have your own time, whatever, and be respected like that. And it's like it's not a commodity. But in like they take the things that have happened in the past, whatever, like that, you can't recover from or you can't recuperate from. You're not given that type of ability. Like you're not allowed to. And it's like, but we need to become healthier. We need to become cleaner. We need to become better off, whatever. And so that means that people or whatever start hurting others, whatever, in a certain way, or whatever, they do that, or they want to see you dead, or whatever they like, whatever you believe is crazy because it's always like that. And so basically what they're trying to say is they're calling me names and shit like that. This is as much as I can say, but like I don't really stand behind it. I don't agree with it. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. And so there's nothing else I can do about it. If you don't like this video, then you don't have to watch and subscribe, whatever. But this is just for me to say, like, I don't know if I'm going to live or die in the next fucking week or so. I don't know. I could be dead probably soon, whatever, because of like how I don't know, like I'm not, hopefully I don't die, but it's just a update or a case or whatever for someone out there, or for me, someone that would give a damn, someone that care, because like I can't think of anybody actually that cares or that cared about me, like not too much, whatever. But it's just like it's always something else. Like I can't even remember a lot of stuff because like the memories or whatever, I'm not fond of them or whatever. Or they were just like a dream. It was just a dream or whatever, like of like me thinking I needed to feel all right, whatever, where people whatever say things to you that you don't agree with, and it or whatever. And so if it's just me or whatever, then I would say that I would do what I want to, but I'm just not. I don't want to get whatever. I don't want it to break me because they're pushing me past my limits and stuff like that. And I know like it seems like there's nobody out there, nobody cares, nobody's willing to help or whatever, because nobody wants to know it, whatever, when you know the truth about it. So I'm sitting here thinking like it gets pretty rough, because if you have to have control over somebody all the time, you always focus on thinking about them and trying to make them feel bad about themselves for no reason, or for any reason at all. It's just unacceptable, because they should focus on themselves or whatever, and they should anyways. But and not because I haven't figured out one reason why they should even worry about me. So I can't even recall a time whenever I cared about like something like that, because um it's like it's past my ability to reconstruct like the whatever it is, because one, whatever they have, like they take away your heart and want two, they take away your soul, three, they do this like all this crazy shit, whatever. And it's like you're left with nothing like in the end of it, and it's like, how can I trust this, what I like, whatever, like continuously? Why would I do that? Why would I don't know why why would I trust in continuously and do that like forever and be like, I don't know what the hell's going on? But it's like I do, but I don't have any control over it. I don't know how to stop it. Like, it's not me. Like, I don't know. I try to give in whatever to things that are willing or whatever for me to feel aligned or whatever. And so, but it's like telling me that I'm not good enough, whatever, is not supposed to be acceptable, is not supposed to be respected, is not supposed to be normal. Like, that's not how you treat other people. Like, that's degrading. And so I don't stand for relationships like that. So that's not what I'm looking for. I have to like go ahead and move on from that, because there's so many things that I need to know and I need to learn about myself, whatever, that I have no clue about, that I could transform my life or something like that. It would be better. But they say I only have the only amount of ability is like I can basically consume for myself. So whatever you think about them, whatever, whoever they are, they live in this perfect like world or whatever. But in real life, it's not like that. Like, I mean, it is a perfect world, a planet, whatever. But I don't know if they're talking shit about you for no reason. You don't even know them. You never come into contact with them. You're not doing anything to them at all. That's just random. Like, and so I don't know if I stand for that or whatever. It's like, but I'm not gonna say anything about that because it's none of my business, anyways. It's not my concern. I don't know. But it's like, I'm not out there doing like destroying shit. I'm not doing crazy stuff like at all. Not that I could or anything, anyways. But it's just a different shit. Like, people constantly trying to tell you whether you're good enough or not, or you're good enough or you're not. You're like worthless or something. Well, not worthless, but like you're not. It's not good enough, whatever. Like, but I kind of understand something like that, whatever, to some extent. But it's like when you won't let someone just have like their own, like be alone or whatever, it ruins the moment or whatever, because it's just like, how can I obsess? How can I do this shit? Like, whatever, like whatever, the true honest answer, whatever, I don't know. But I don't like people controlling me. I don't like being controlled. I don't stand for it. I don't try not to control others too much, as much as I can or whatever. So there's no reason for them to act like they're people, because what I'm saying or whatever is like, it doesn't like your idea, whatever, all this is, whatever, that's real, whatever, to me, maybe it's true or whatever, but I mean about, I mean, who I am as a person or whatever. But but it's like your definition or whatever, your whatever you say or tell yourself, whatever, just to survive and shit, like, is it accurate? But they have to know every single detail, and they need to. But in real life, that's just not the point. Like, it's just not the point. Like, it's not the point. It's really not. So there's no reason for me to feel a certain way, because I'm sitting here thinking about that conversation, whatever. I probably really should never have with strangers or whatever, because I don't trust them, number one. Number two, if people don't respect you, then you shouldn't have to worry about them, because they're not going to be in your life for very long if you know what you're doing. So I was sitting there saying, like, I couldn't get one person to agree with me or whatever, because they can't hear the truth, but they talk about it, whatever, in a certain way. And it's like, I'm not really supposed to be there doing anything in your life. I don't have to do anything or whatever. I don't need to try. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like that. I feel like whatever, like, they thought too much of it, whatever, as whatever, a superpower or some shit like that. Other things, other crazy things, but there's nothing really for me, because, well, I'm not aligned, or I'm not connected. I'm not whatever with anybody. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of by myself, actually. So I'm on my own, like, and I've been on my own for a little bit. So I stand out there and say that for myself, whatever, and be like, I don't really know who to trust, like, or whatever. Like, I trust people, but I'm not really like connected like to anything or anybody, like, because a lot of people, they look at me and they judge me or whatever from based off of like my looks or whatever, or just judge me based off my character or something like that. Judge me based off of what they've heard or what they know, but it's just, I don't know what to say, because it's a different times for different folks or whatever or something like that. But I just don't need, like, I don't think about it, because like to me, whatever, I've done things like that before that were destructive and shit, and it meant something really well for me. But I'd say that um I don't agree with it at all. Like, I don't need to like do anything. I don't have to need to like act out. I don't need to like need my buttons pressed or whatever anymore. If they make you feel a certain way or whatever, then what else can you do? Because, and that's the crazy thing about it or whatever, is like, um, why would I? How can I live life like that? Whatever, believe or even try to like why you make up something, whatever, or lie and say that I don't or I do, but it's like, it's none of their business. It's not their business. Like, it's not your business, because I'm not like, I'm not a politician or whatever. I'm not asking for votes and stuff. I'm not trying to receive anything from that. But like, I'm saying whatever, is like, people just don't like me or whatever, or respect me or whatever. They don't agree with me, and like, that's normal and shit, because I'm one, I'm younger than them, two, and so is a different generation, and two, we don't see eye to eye. We don't make clear sense whatever together. It's just you basically I don't know what it is, but it's just not right, because it prolongs the sickness basically, and that just makes it like, it makes it hard to accept what really comes around after or whenever it happens or what happens. So there's no reason for me to feel like whatever, I'm in trouble, because it's like, under what authority, whatever, what system, whatever, like, what are you talking about, like, because I'm supposed to be punished by this idea. And so I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't think that you're the one that basically is the one that is gonna punish me. I don't think you're the right one, whatever. I don't believe it. Like, I just know it, because number one, I'm an adult. I'm a grown ass man, whatever. I'm an adult. So it's like, it don't make any sense for me. But and it never really does. But it's not like I'm doing anything wrong, whatever. I'm not like, out there. I'm not really doing anything crazy, because that's whenever it makes it worse. Like, they're always trying to catch you, like, or whatever, and like doing something, and it's like, that's not what you want. Like, that's not what we need. That's just like, those things go away, but they have to, like. So I was trying to say, there's like, don't worry about me. I'm fine. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, because I've had to do shit like that before, but they don't believe that I'm gonna do anything. Like, they say, like, like, I don't have any rights or whatever. I don't have rights or whatever. I'm not protected or whatever. There's no protection from anything or anybody. Number three, and so I'm not allowed to even have like I'm not really allowed to have like much of a relationship with others or whatever, because it's hard to connect with them whenever someone's always bothering you or whatever constantly, and like, and you feel a certain way about it or whatever, and so and then it's not something you should get used to. Like, people don't want to be in your life if you're being like, bothered and shit by other people. Like, you just feel it and stuff, where it's like, there's something off or odd about you, whatever, something's wrong, whatever, people keep messing with you and shit, bothering you. But it's hard to tell your friends and family, like, in real life, whatever, that you're tired or you're sick, like, or you're dying, or anything like that. But it's like, it's still a hilarious, like, whatever, commentary to some people, whatever, that don't know how to whatever, assemble whatever whatever that is or whatever. So it's kind of just crazy at this point, because all the ideas that came forward, all the things that were said, whatever, all the things whatever, were supposed to be in private. They're not supposed to be told to anybody else. And so you can't trust them, because they'll sit there and tell you like, oh, I'm going to keep your secrets and all this stuff, and then they don't tell you that they're going to tell on you to their other friends or whatever. and make it to where you don't feel comfortable. You're getting scared, or you're constantly getting frightened, whatever, by what their reaction is, whatever. It's like, or whatever. Like, you can't rely on that. We're not supposed to, like, we can't rely on other people sometimes that aren't healthy or good for us, that want us to feel bad, want us to feel sick, don't have good intentions. And so I don't know what else to say about that, but that's my whatever gist. That's the gist of what I was thinking, because it's like, in people that whatever are like, oh, that's okay, whatever. Then I just don't. I don't really need to connect whatever with other people like that. There's many reasons why I need to try to be like belittle myself, whatever. I don't know, because it could be a trap, it could be a trick, or whatever. Like, people want you to like, they'll like want you to like they like whatever. And this is like harsh in reality, but like, they feel better if you were like, if you were hurting or something like that, if you were in pain or whatever, like something that's supposed to be an eye-opening experience, but in real life it's like, well, number one, whatever what happened is distraught and stuff, and I don't know how else to say it, but it's like they're basically trying to prevent, like, any type of creativity to sprout or blossom, whatever, from some instances or cases, things like that basically happen. And so I'm gonna let it go, whatever. It's not all of it, not everything, but I'm gonna say no, let most of it go, because I know it's not time to be like pro adamant or whatever against, or be like against everybody, because it's like, I don't do things like a certain way, whatever. I don't hide or whatever and say things whatever bad about other people. I try not to, but like, I've gotten to the point where it's just like, it's like either they're jealous or they're obsessed, whatever, with something in the room, or something that we have or whatever, that they don't understand or whatever. And so it's like, there's something else to be said or to be done with about that, because if you keep threatening whatever to call the police and stuff like that, basically, then that's what drives people crazy, because it's like they basically do stuff to you, like basically like that. That's just like, I don't understand like why it goes on for so long, because it's like, people need to know that in the future, whatever, it's quick and easy, whatever, to get over the result or whatever, and be like, it was easier that way, whatever, but it would have been right, but they didn't believe in it. It's like, but then I hear what you say, whatever, and it doesn't make you a better person. Like, it just makes it wrong. Like, it makes everything wrong, and that's not what's supposed to happen. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, I don't know why I was supposed to be in the wrong for. I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was me minding my own business, doing whatever I wanted to do in my own home, and then I had to worry about other people trying to break in and try to into my house or whatever, trying to do things to me on the other side of the wall, or whatever it is. I don't know, but I don't know what the hell is going on over there. And so that's what I'm trying to say, whatever, is like, it's not right to stay like in that place, because I don't know, like, I might not be the right person or whatever for y'all to have concern about. Like, it's not about me, because it probably is, but they don't understand what I'm talking about, because I don't have connections really anymore because of what's happened. And so I don't know if if I'm gonna live or die because of that. I don't know if I'm worthy enough to survive. Maybe I am, but it's just like, it's nonsense, because because I don't know, there's just different shit you needed to hear, like in the past like couple of weeks, that you needed to hear some of this shit, to be honest. But it's hard to say that, but like, it's like, what would you understand it? It's like, no, it's offensive. It's very offensive to say things like that in this day and age, even though like it's normal, like whatever, in real life or whatever, and some things like that. But it's like, where you kind of get a laugh off of it. Like, it's kind of funny. Some of the stuff is kind of funny, to be honest. It's really funny sometimes. Maybe not like ultimately, but there's times whenever I look back and I'm like, that is hilarious, because I know for a fact that if whatever whatever's done, whatever is like in trueness or whatever, but I just don't think I can relate. Like, I just can't do it, because I just don't see it fitting for me. Like, I don't believe or whatever. Like, I just don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say about it, because I don't want to say anything bad. Like, that's why I'm like reluctant, and because I'm not holding it back or whatever, waiting to say what I want to say, because that's what I meant or mean or whatever. It's just like, I waited long enough, whatever, for something true or whatever to happen. I don't know if it's because my experience is different from everybody else's experience, and so it's like, how can I reconcile whatever and try to translate whatever it is that I'm trying to like express or say, if like they don't even believe whatever my whatever my experience, whatever, like whatever that's happened to me, whenever I believed whatever, it didn't matter or something like to other people, and so it just like I didn't think much about it. But I don't know what else other than that, because there's all this hateful shit, whatever, people tell you hateful shit every day, like you hear it and stuff like that, like people like they just know how to get to you, and it's like, we thought we had a perfect society or whatever. I thought everybody was perfect, but it's like, no, like they just not. And so, but maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's different in their own way, so I can't make any complaints or whatever. I'm not supposed to say anything bad because it's not my place to say that shit. But and it's not right because, in real life it's not like that. It's really not, because it's like whatever the critique or the judgment, whatever, is like, it's not proven, it's not real, like it's not true, because it's like they're relying on you to telling yourself. I've said this before, like, and I've said it many times actually. They rely on you to telling yourself, because when there's nothing left there or whatever for them to bully or whatever, or bite on or do anything to or about, then there's nothing they can hold on to or go back to. Where there's like, there's no way they can control your life now because you're too far, like whenever, like you're out of their goal or whatever, their reach or something like that. So that's probably a good thing to say, or is that some of y'all really don't have to go through shit like that ever. So don't ever complain about me in my life, whatever. If I'm being treated bad, or if I'm being treated fucking with disrespect or whatever, or being fucking hurt by other people, then don't expect much from me, as in loving or comforting or caring. Like, how am I supposed to be that way if I'm not given, if I'm not given that on my own? Like, so that's what I'm saying is whatever. Eventually, it gets to that point where like they rely on you to be this, it's so strong, super strong, whatever, defend whoever, because it's what's right or something like that. But it's like, but I'm being treated like shit. I'm being treated with disrespect. I'm being fucking whatever, being like being fucking whatever, being like what's it called, like whatever, they trap you or whatever with the police or whatever, or something like that, or so whatever the hell it is, whatever it's called, whatever, entrapment or whatever. That's what it feels like, because it's like because the problem whatever is like is necessary or whatever, and it's like not like that, because like it's just different things. But like I really think that there are years beyond that, and so we don't need to rely on that. We don't really need to think about that. But it's like, and that's what it goes back to, is because that's one of the most comfortable things about it, is having that control, that seat of power or control, that they can call people names and shit, like, and say bad things about them or whatever. They're protected by the Constitution and whatever, yada yada yada. And it's like, I know that's not what I'm talking about, or it's whatever. It's not what I mean. It's just that it doesn't make sense. Like, it's not making any sense. It doesn't make any. I mean, it doesn't help anybody get out of any holes. Doesn't help anybody get out of a bad relationship. Doesn't help anybody get out of a bad situation where they're like, I needed help, whatever. But it's like, there's nobody there to help you because you're on your own. And so it's like, well, then you have to face this shit on your own. You have to do this shit on your own. And that's all that matters, is how you feel. And so if you need someone to tell you that you're worthy, you are. And so if you need someone to tell you that you are strong, you are strong. And you can make it. You can do what you need to do, whatever is necessary. But it's not my place to even say anything bad about anybody at all, like for any reason. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, y'all thought I was saying all this hateful shit or something like that. I was like, well, what have you heard from me, like, that was so hateful that you think I need it? It's like, and I wonder what that was really said before, because a lot of people don't remember, like, at all. And so I just have to let that slide, or because number one, like, I don't need whatever, whatever. I don't think I need another man or whatever in my life. Like, I don't believe in that. I don't need it. And so I feel better off saying without it. I don't really need it. So all these other shit, whatever, I'm supposed to have feelings for people that I don't care about or I don't know, whatever, that's not right. Like, it doesn't justify anything. Like, it basically just means that I'm not there. Like, I'm in like a fucking steady. I'm not in a relationship with them. or anything to be anything at all. And so, sitting there thinking like whatever, like whenever you're being mistreated or whatever, and like you're like wondering why or asking why, whatever. Just imagine that it's because people still exist in a certain way where they prefer it that others get hurt or whatever for being a certain way, and they always agree with that shit. But it's like, but I've never seen them like stand up for anybody like at all. So it's hard to say that I agree with it because all the shit that I've heard and saw over the years, because I know all the science, whatever. I know all the, I don't know if I know all the math, but like I'm pretty sure I've gotten it down where it's pretty simple how to do certain things. But it's like it's supposed to be like where it never happens for some reason, or it does happen, or it just isn't real, or something like that. Like it's just nonsense because like you don't have to. I guess we don't have to exist like that because once you do like crossover and stuff like that, like all this crazy other nonsensical talk that is just strange because people are trying to interfere or whatever and like all those things. They should know that because for whatever reason that shit was right or whatever it is. I don't know, but it's probably not. Whatever. I don't know what I was trying to say for that part, but and real life is true because if they take away your right to love, if they take away your right to be with another person, if they're taking away your right to accept yourself or whatever because they don't feel good about themselves, I don't agree with that, whatever, and they shouldn't let that happen because you're mad at somebody or because you think they need to be punished by somebody they don't know, that never knew them like their entire life, never doesn't remember anything about them, just them being a certain way or being someone else or whatever they made up, whatever in the time that they had to just make it whatever their bullshit up is. Like it's not right, whatever it is, because I wouldn't want anyone to be treated that way in general, like where it's like I don't even know, you don't even know who that person is, whatever, but they're being like disrespectful and shit, whatever they're being, or treating someone like very, or it's treating someone badly, where it's like you don't know if you're gonna live or die or not, like you don't know, and it's sad and it's true, but like the people make their own choices and stuff, and you gotta let it happen. And so that's all as much as I can say, whatever. And so, but I know that I meant well when what I was talking about. I mean well, but it's just like I can't stand back and say that whatever is like whatever is protecting me, like has anything protecting me, because I've been here alone for quite a while, whatever, with this judgment and stuff that I don't believe came from God. Like I don't believe in that. And so that means that I don't believe that their judgment or their punishment, whatever, comes from God. Like, it's not true. So it's just man or whatever deciding that they want to, they choose whatever to rally or whatever behind a certain belief and stuff like that. That it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be a predicate for something that we're supposed to do or whatever, or what's been done or whatever. And so, but it just never will get it out of me because I know that I'm not the right candidate for that shit. So, because I don't need to express anything else further than that actually at all, because it's not my character. It's not my, like, whatever fucking focus on in belief, like, at all. So it's like, I don't believe in certain things. I just know it. Like, they're not really in my life. I know it. And so, I don't have to make believe or play make believe or whatever and act like, they're superior over my byproduct or whatever. And it's like, but I did the math, whatever. We've done the math, whatever. They're on the other side of it, I suppose you could say. But it's like, and beyond it, I suppose. But it's like, they act like they're like steady, like whatever. Like I would say it, but it's too offensive because I don't even that's true. Because anything you say, whatever about it is fictional or make believe, whatever. You can't even talk about that type of stuff because it's like it's so fake, and so that's the reality about it. Is most of it is fake. It really is, I guess. It really is, and so that's why I don't think anyone else, whatever, could tell you anything better than just that. So, it's kind of crazy, but it's true because there's not really much of it around here anymore, or whatever, like for us to consider. But aside from all that, it's just like it's crazy shit because like whatever, like I said, like if your neighbors or whatever are like constantly trying to fucking tell on you or like whatever, get you in trouble like all the time, like whatever, what are you supposed to do about that? Like, what can you do about that? Like, what if like you don't know how to handle that shit? And it's like, well, it's been going on for fucking forever, or whatever. It's like, and you're just like, but I'm younger, whatever, like whatever, I'm whatever. So, why am I supposed to deal with like this shit where it's like I don't want to feel old, like fucking old, like for not for I don't want to feel old, whatever. I want to feel better. And so it's like I don't want to stoop down to that whatever it's like, because it's not about what they know, it's about how they treat you and shit. And so if they're not treating you right, where it's like you're not allowed to love anybody, you're not allowed to have love, you're not allowed to fucking do anything, it's like at all, because they can't fucking do it, they can't have it, they're not loved, whatever. It's like, don't making me feel bad because it's not my fault, whatever. It's not me that's doing anything like crazy. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I do this to myself, whatever I have done, whatever I've done it to myself. And so that's what I'm gonna say. But it's like, but it's crazy because, and it's true, I guess, to some extent, but I don't know how else to say it, whatever. It's just like there's shit that needs to be said, whatever, for me, for later, whatever, to like understand, whatever, on my own. There's like, to make a difference, I don't know. But it's just like, I'm not gonna defend somebody that doesn't treat me right, whatever, basically. Like, I'm not gonna succumb to that type of relationship. I don't deserve it, I don't need it. And so it's like, basically that's the gist of it, is like, number one, they need to mind their own business. Number two, they need to focus on themselves. Number three, they need to keep my name out of their mouth and keep their mouth shut, because it's not about me, it's about you not freaking focusing on yourself, whatever. It's like, I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm not fucking, there's people have more power than I do, that are out there that are supposed to be doing the right thing for y'all, whatever, your people, whatever, yada yada. And it's like all this stuff that I'm supposed to be focused on, whatever. I can't even think about having my own life. Like, I'm not allowed to do things that I freaking want. And it's like, but I don't think anything about it. I don't think anything of it, because it's not me. I'm not the one who's trying to who wants power and control, and wants to dictate everybody's life. It's not me. And in real life, it's true, because I don't do those things. I don't know what you're talking about, because and it's sad, but it's true. But there's nowhere you can go, like, because they're so offended, like extremely offended by what is said about whoever, whatever, for whatever reason. They can't handle it, because it's just like, it's not real for y'all. It's not true. Like, I just don't believe it, because like, oh, they all believe whatever, and you look at them and you watch them, whatever, and it's like, and you're just like, where I don't understand, where is it right now? And so I don't know what else to say about that, but it's kind of hilarious, because if whatever is supposed to just be about what I did or whatever, and focusing on my life, it's not. I don't think that's the right adequate deal. There's no deal here or whatever. There's no deal here. There's nothing like, no. And so I wouldn't even say any crazy fucking bullshit like that, or for anything like that, like trying to bring up past memories, whatever, that don't matter or whatever, because it's just like, they want man to have control over your body. Number one, that's the first reason why they say those things. Number two is they want to basically say that you can't be loved, or you're not allowed to love, whatever, you're not capable of love, or things like that, whatever. And number three is like, they have no right or whatever, authority, whatever, to tell you what to do at all. And so I wouldn't listen to it. I would say, just do what you want, do what you do, stay 100, don't ever fall down or whatever, or you can get back up. And all these things that are, stay 100, everything is still like cool, but like, you just gotta like not let it like change your life, whatever, because like, if it's just like that, where like somehow they're promising better things or whatever for you, but it's not true, then don't fall for that shit. And you should say how you feel, like, and really do what you want to do in your life. Because if they're holding you back, whatever, because they're not allowed to do those things for yourself, you're the one who has to do it. You're the one who's the whatever, capable of doing it. You're the one who has the right to do it. And so it's like, basically like, well, whatever, it's like, because they have all day basically to complain, because there's nothing else to do when you're that rich. And that's what I don't believe, whatever, because I don't know it to be like, I don't know it to be true. I don't know, because I see it and watch it, but it's like, I never understand it, because it's like, I can never agree with it. Like, I mean, I just don't know. It's not for me, but I mean, I live with it, because it's society and it's civilization and all the things that, I was born into. And so that's kind of like the whole point of it. But yeah, I was trying to say, whatever, aside from me saying all this crazy bullshit and nonsense, I want you to stay positive and be like, yeah, it wasn't about him. Like, it really wasn't about him. It really wasn't. I might have wasted my time thinking about it being the wrong way or whatever. But in real life, it's about you being happy. And so, and I was not the one to tear you down. I'm never wanted to tear you down. I just wanted you to be happy. And so, don't take it from me personally, like, you know, to some, like, to the full extent. But it's like, but if it's just me bitching and nagging and groaning because someone will not stop fucking bothering me and shit, or pestering me or whatever, constantly telling me that I'm the liar or some shit, whatever, it's like all this fucking bullshit, then don't worry about that, because I have to focus on these things and fix my own problems and shit myself, because it's not them who want it, like. And so, because all these dreams, whatever, that they feed you and shit that aren't true, you get sick off of it. Like, you get sick off of it. Like, you can get sick off of it, like, in real life, if it's like, because it's like they hide behind the, oh, I believe, and then like in a second, like, I don't believe, and whatever, and you never can tell the difference between the two, because it's like, you don't really know, do you? And so it's kind of sad, but it's true, because it's like, well, it sucks, but I don't know. People try to fix it, whatever, in their life, but it's like, I don't believe in it. I don't know what to say about it, because it's hard to say, because people treat you like shit. They treat you like trash, whatever. That's human nature. And so if they treat you like trash, whatever, then like, how can you say like that there is, if everybody's treating you like trash, whatever, and it's like, you don't even, what do you do? Like, whatever, you're going into their private business, whatever, bothering them or some shit. Like, that's not true. And so it's like, but but you can't even do anything about that. So that's what I'm thinking, whatever. And there's a lot more reasons why you should whatever think about those things, because it went on forever. But here it was just like, there was no love or hope for some reason. I couldn't understand why, but it was like, I had a lot of love, I had a lot of hope too. And so that's what I'm saying now, whatever, is that I still do want to do those things. I still want to try, whatever, but I just thinking like, but playing make believe and stuff isn't gonna be like, isn't, I don't find it, I just don't think it's right, because it's like, I don't believe in those things, whatever, that I guess I did, I don't believe in those things that that basically do not offer me solace or anything like that, or whatever, like, do not stand for me, whatever, they do not believe in me. And so it's like, that's what I'm thinking, whatever, is because they change, you know, your reality, they change your heart, they change your mindset, they change all these things, whatever. But in real life, it's like they can't let it go, whatever, what was real and was true. So they need something to hold on to from the past, because it's super scary to go into the future without knowing who you are, why you're here, and your true purpose and intention that whatever God or whoever gave to you, or is intent for your intended to know or find. And so it's kind of hard to deal with people that don't know what reality is like without it. And so I would just kind of go off from there and say that it's whatever, because like, you're thinking about people, whatever, that are doing all these crazy things, like they body shame and shit, like they're still doing that to this day. And it's like, it almost feels like it was like we're in like a freaking, like, you can't get over it, where it's like it's second nature, because they're super skinny, or they're super fit, or whatever, they're super hot, or whatever, they believe that, whatever, all these things. And it's like, well, I don't know, because it's not my place or right to say those things, whatever. I can't have like the want, or I'm not allowed to have those feelings, whatever, for other people the right way, because, and how am I supposed to think about it the right way? I'm not like able to do those things, because it's just like I don't know, it's because they treat you a certain way, and it makes you feel like you have to feel like they want you to feel bad about something that's not it's like I can say as much as I can say about it, but it's like, you just need to mind your own business, because it's like, body shaming isn't right. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't body shame anybody, and I never have, and I never will. And so I don't have to worry about that. I don't need to worry about that. But it's like, but whenever other people let that shit happen or whatever, it's like, you're not standing up for your friend. You're not standing up for your fucking person. You're whoever. And it's like, and so it sucks, because then it becomes like a dirty secret, and you don't want to feel like a dirty secret, like, at all in your life. So thank God that those things don't happen, or whatever, and they don't need to happen. And so all those crazy things, whatever, like, come back, or whatever, it's supposed to be this like fucking eternal shit, whatever, like, just whatever that helps them, whatever is eternal, or some shit like that, or they're offended by me saying that, because like, they don't have any right to even have a say in whatever goes on in your life at all. Because number one, they're not an authority. Number two, they're not whatever. They're not really there in your life. They're just there to fucking judge you. Like, there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do all day. They have to sit there and talk about you. Because why? Because what? Because you're better than them. Obviously, better off, whatever. Because you don't have to work, whatever, like, undo with those things. No, like, that doesn't work. but like you don't have to worry about basically trying to impress others constantly or whatever. Don't need to do that, whatever. So that sucks because it's true, whatever. Like it's always like trying to like, oh, me and the gang or whatever, just sitting there making fun of somebody all day. It's cool to be a bully. No, it's not. It's not fucking cool to be a bully, whatever. Someone that's like, whatever, like they try to fucking single you out and shit like that, whatever. And then they gang stalk you and they do all this crazy stuff, whatever. You know the deal. You know the routine. You know what I'm talking about, even if you don't know. But it's like if some of them are still in it, whatever, still doing it, and it's like I got out, I'm still not doing it again. I'll never do it again because it's just no, it's like nonsense, whatever. But number two is because it doesn't make me a better person, and so I don't think it's right because and all these other secrets, all these secrets that I have or whatever that aren't really there, that are, you know what I'm saying, like all these secrets and shit that I have or some shit. Like there's no fucking secrets. Like no, like I've already have like everything. Like I know everything about. I know pretty much as much as I need to know. But and I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that either because I don't agree with that. I wouldn't say that because that's not who I am. I'm not your whatever little. I'm not your anything. I don't, I can say what I want to say because that's what it means, whatever. If you're so scared and offended by what people are gonna say for no reason, you're the one who fucking made them that way, or you're the one. That's the byproduct. That's what you made. You make them that way, but they're not allowed to fucking have anything because you don't fucking stand up for them or you don't protect them or whatever. You don't do anything for them, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do because I have to fucking protect myself and defend myself, whatever, and believe in myself. And it's like, it gets pretty fucking rough and offensive sometimes, whatever, that's really been said, whatever. And they say, you don't have time to do that. Oh, we have all the time in the world, but it's just not done on, like, it's not really done right on their time because you don't really think that it's impossible. You don't think it's possible to see them like that. You never see them, like, doing things like that because they're just not the right fit. And so that's sad, but it's true. And so I mean, I don't really mind or care because it's not my life. And so to anyone there, my neighbors listening to me or whatever, still I don't really need your judgment or whatever. I don't really need your critique. I don't need you to listen in on me or whatever and say, oh, I agree or whatever. I don't need anything from you. I don't need your whatever, your kindness or whatever, but I would love it. But I'm just thinking like yeah, just focus on yourself, but really, because there's nothing I can offer you and give you. Like, I just don't believe it. Like, I just don't. Like, there's nothing. I don't believe in doing anything at all. Like, I don't really. There's nothing to do. Whatever. If whatever. If everything is the way you said it is. Whatever. It's perfect and shit. The way that you believe it to be. Then there's nothing else to be done. Everything's already been done. Whatever. And so, why am I supposed to say that I feel bad about doing something I'm not supposed to be doing? It's not what the whatever it says. Whatever. Like, whatever. And then I would agree with it then. But now it's like, oh, well, you're being punished by make-believe fairy tale creatures, whatever, all this fake shit, whatever, that's not real and never been true in your life, whatever, and you can't even express or agree with that shit and say, oh, I know it, whatever. It's like, no, you don't. That shit's not real. It's not been proven. It's not true. So don't sit there and say that you're aligned to all these beliefs and shit or whatever that don't constitute you, whatever suit you, don't even exist anymore. Where it's like, it's over, whatever, because the lies, whatever, the war, all that shit happened, it's true. Like, you don't have to believe, you don't need to, whatever, because it's like, it's not really out there, because they believe in all these things, these made up things, whatever. You do the math, you do the science, you look up, you go and research your past and shit like that, and find out that people live for a lot longer than they claim they have lived, or whatever, a very long time and stuff like that. And so, and they think like, well, I don't really think it suits us or fits or whatever our necessary whatever solution or belief or some shit like that. And it's like, I don't know about you, whatever, but like, I believe in those things more than I ever believe in what you have to say, because number one, whatever, is like, they're better off, whatever, with that information. And two, they don't need to worry about what other people are doing. Like, if they're working with the police and stuff, that's the type of shit that people, whatever, would say is a red flag for some people, whatever. I mean, not for me. I don't know about what I would think or think about it, but I'm not going to say anything about it. But it's like, But if they're sitting there telling on you to the police, like whatever, that's the worst thing about those relationships. Whatever, it's like you can't trust them, and so it's like it's not about what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong because it's like I'm minding my own business. I'm in my own home. My rights, or whatever, should be fucking protected, and that's the fucking way it should be. Not you guys, whatever, working against me or whatever. Because what? Why? Is God or whatever? Like, you're not in God, whatever. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's just like I don't know what else to say about it because like you can't go anywhere without being basically chased or followed because whatever, it's just insanity. It's insane. And so but in real life it's true. People, whatever, they want you to feel a certain way. We're like, they're trying to get you in trouble and shit, and it's like a game or something. It's childish or whatever. It's very childish. And so that's what it feels like to me, where it's like you're playing with your life, whatever, you're doing this, you're doing that, like you're causing problems or whatever. But it's like, no, I don't think so. I don't know if that's true because number one, I don't play make believe. I don't play fantasies. I don't play made up lies and shit. I don't play those things. I'm 100%, and I'll be honest about it, and I'll tell you the truth about those things, whatever, because I know it's what's right and what's good, what's done or fit for me. And so that's how I feel. Where it's like I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you all day. I don't need to sit there and lie to you all day. Like I just really don't, because there's no way that I've already been through the worst pain in my life. Like I've been through so much more pain or whatever than you can imagine. That I'm already on the other side of those things, where I shouldn't even have to worry about nothing at all because of how great and whatever how strong whatever I came out to be. I guess as long as I for strong as I was or is. And so I don't need to worry about whatever trying to come and hurt me or whatever, thinking bad against me or bad on me or whatever, because I'm sitting here thinking like, why even bother or try? Because I'm so far beyond that shit, I think. But not like that. Maybe I'm not so like, forthcoming, whatever, and saying those things. But it's like them trying to trick me into thinking like, oh, whatever, this is like whatever, this and that. I was like, well, if you're letting them do that shit to me, like you're trying to confuse me and trick me and shit, but then and I know it, then why would I sit there and lie about it and be like, why wouldn't I agree with those things? Why can't I agree with those things? Why can't I? It's because they didn't want it, and they didn't want me to feel that way. And I was thinking like, and I didn't want to be alone, so it's like whatever, I had to fucking say and think those things or believe those things. And it's like, did I waste my time? Probably, because I believed in them for fucking 1 second and I fucking felt crummy and I fucking hated it and I never ever went back. And I don't agree with that, and I don't think you should ever believe in that type of stuff, whatever. It makes you feel like shit, like where it's like you were on a roll, whatever, doing things the right way, having a great perspective on things, and then it's like, well, now they're just tearing your life apart, whatever. And they're not really that good of friends, whatever, in your life, are they? If they don't actually care about you, like number one, and they really don't. And so if you're on your own like I am, whatever, then you have to understand, whatever, that nobody's coming to protect you, I suppose, in some instances, but in some cases, whatever, it's true, whatever, you can feel safe. But I'm sitting there thinking like, but what would you say, whatever, if it was just better off like that, where they're on your time, like they're on your time, literally, like on your, whatever, you can remember that type of shit, whatever, it's true. But like, it's so offensive to say that to them because it's not about them. They're not included. They're not in your life, whatever, like that. And so they're constantly doing things, making noises, whatever, like that, trying to get your attention, because there's no way that anyone focuses on them, because it's just not right. Because when you do focus on them, it's basically this weird story that basically of them not getting love or attention, whatever, from somebody they don't know, that really doesn't care. People that don't care, they just call them names, they whatever, sit there and try to talk smack, whatever. But it's like you're dying for attention from them, because what? Why do you need attention for? You're not a toddler. You don't need someone to coddle you. You don't need anyone to give you attention. You're a grown. You're on your own, like just like I am. And so it's like you don't need someone to be there all the time for you. And that's the way it is, whatever, because that's the truth, because of what they do in real life. You don't even know half the shit that they do. That is inexcusable. That means that you are not supposed to be doing things like that or whatever. And it's like, and they get away with it, whatever, because it's in fashion, whatever, it's in season. That's different type of story, whatever. But it's like, but then people get over it, whatever. You run away from it, whatever. You do this, you do that. Like at the end of the day, it's just like, I know what I'm trying to say, whatever. I know what I believe, whatever. And it's like, that's what needed to be said or done, because it's like there's better things out there, better instances, better configurations and stuff like that. But like, if you needed to be told like that you're good enough from somebody else you're always competing with other people, whatever, is not right. Like, because it's like, I know I see that in some cases it's okay, But like for people that are like whatever, because they believe in the fantasy, they believe in the fairy tale, they believe in the fucking fake reality, they believe in the fake stuff, whatever, they believe in everything that's fake, whatever is not true or whatever. And so like, and they want you to believe it, whatever, even though your heart and soul, whatever, don't exist in it or whatever. Like, you just not allowed to have one because people fucking do shit like that, like where you honestly don't believe it, but the world really is like that, whether you believe it or not, because that's the way that life progressed, whatever. To some extent it's true, and it is true, because if life is so perfect and you think it is, that it's so great, then why are people treated like trash? Why are people treated like trash? Why are people disrespected? Why are people treated like shit? Why are people disrespected and treated like shit? Why are they treated like trash? Well, can you answer that question and ask and say that they have souls? The people that are treating other people like trash have souls. No, they don't. They don't have souls. They don't have anything at all. You don't have to worry about what they say. You don't need to think about what they do. You don't have to care about what they saw. You don't need to care about any of the things, because they don't have any of those things at all, and they can't ever fucking afford. They can't even afford to make those things because they don't believe. And you hear them say it, and then when they finally fall in line with what's true, and that's the true nature of it, is like that. That's what happens, because that's the fucking truth. Whatever. And so that's what I'm saying. You sitting there waiting for their heart and soul to start speaking the good word, or whatever, the good language, whatever, never fucking happens. And number two, it's not your fucking right or whatever to sit there and say, oh, I waited so long to hear the truth from somebody that didn't know who I was or whatever, didn't know anything about me, my likes, my wants, whatever I desired, whatever I wanted to create, or whatever, things about me or whatever like that were better off. We're better off. And so, and it's sitting there waiting for someone else to act like they're another whatever like needs attention, whatever, constantly for some reason, because they're doing whatever, and it's like, that's not my life. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to focus on that. I don't need to I don't even need to do it, because I don't even need to do anything about that. I don't need to worry. I don't need to bring that into my life, because if it's not a good intention, it's not whatever, it's not working for you, whatever, it's not your say, whatever. Like I said, if it's just a continuation of the fantasy of what they wanted it to be true, whatever, in your life, it's not supposed to be. It's not going to be there forever. It's going to be when they choose. And so whenever you think about what you want from them or what you needed from them, whatever it was, love or whatever it was, if it's not there, then it's not there, and you don't need to sit around and wait for it at all. Like, you can go and you can be your own person. You can have and believe in what you want to, and be true to yourself, and have honor and all those things. And it's like, but if it's whoever, whatever it is, like, and you think about it, it's the only where their power comes from, basically, is basically snitching or talking or bad about people, whatever, telling on them or whatever, doing things like that's where their power comes from, basically, is from telling on other people. And so that's the power that's not the type of power you want your authority to have, or whatever, or anything like that, whatever, whoever is trying to tell you how to live your life, dictate your life, whatever, tell you how to live your life. And so that's not my job. It's not what I'm here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just giving you insight and basically knowledge, basically saying that this shit doesn't really happen to you. I noticed that because y'all's life is so perfect and so great and so yada yada yada. But in real life, it's not true. You treat people like trash. You always have and you always do, and that's just the way it is. And so you're not really out there, in a shining armor and shit. Like, to be honest, it's like you're just like everybody else. Like, you really are. And so that's the sad truth about it, is like, you're the same as everybody else. You all want to be the same, then now you are. But that's not for me to focus on, because I don't need to worry about that. But it's like all these body shaming, all this other nonsense, whatever, like, telling people whatever off, whatever, about things that aren't true, or whatever, bad things, and all these other things, whatever, that's where they get their power from, whatever, is like fucking, then they let them do that. And it's like, and then you'll get in trouble. You have to protect them, though. Even though you get in trouble, you still have to protect them, for some reason, even though it's not like that. It's not even the reality, because it's whatever. The conversation's over. You heard what needed to be said. You heard what needed to be done too. But you either believed it, or you still are going. You have to go through with it and be like, that's coming from a place of hurt. That's coming from a place of shame. That's coming from a place of, like, I don't understand, or I can't accept that. That's coming from a place where people neglected others. That's coming from a place where people were, whatever, confused, whatever. There's people doing things wrong, whatever, in their life, whatever. People are allowed to make mistakes. People are allowed to recover from them too, and whatever. It's like, then besides, if it's just them still doing those things because it's acceptable to be that way, well, I don't believe that's the truth, whatever, about it. Because if your power is based off of that, whatever, for any reason, for some fucking reason, I don't know. But I'm supposed to sit here and protect you. I'm supposed to sit here and protect you over my fucking health, over my life, whatever, over my ability, my being. I don't think that's right, and I think somebody should come along, whatever, and be like, that's bullshit, like, whatever, forget about them, like, they're not here, whatever, like, they don't, that's not the conversation. You're giving them power over us for no reason except for the fact that's the way the state wanted to be run or whatever. And it's like, I don't know how else to say it, but whatever, it can collapse. I don't really care, because in real life it's true. I don't really care. I read books about it before where whatever, and it's the truth about it. And so if they didn't have you as the backbone, or whoever you are, that working hard or doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't need whatever to focus on me, whatever, is just a different whatever reluctancy. But in real life it's true, because like, I'm just like any other person. And so all this shit, all these things you hear about me or whatever, you obviously don't hear it from me. And so that's why I don't need, and I obviously don't need to hear anything from you, because if that's what you believe, then I mean, why would I want to even sit and think or even talk about it or whatever we all believe in? Because that's the conversation here. That's the real conversation. And so besides, whatever, if that's the truth, whatever, is like that these people, whatever, you see them as knights in shining armor, they're protected by God and all this fucking nonsense, whatever, is fairy tale bullshit in real life. But and it's not true, because like, when number one, whatever, they threaten what they're going to do something to you, and they're not going to do it. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. Number three, if they don't do it, then they need to stop acting like they're so tough and so whatever, because it's not right, whatever. They're threatening you, they're going to tell on you. Number two, whatever, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Number three, you don't have any rights, whatever, you're not an American, whatever, yada yada yada, you're not protected, whatever. People can say what they want to say, but it's like, but you're more aligned with those people anyways, whatever. You know what they're talking about, you believe in what they have to say. And so why sit there and worry about like what is just, it's not, if it's everything, then I understand, accept that. But like, I'm not going to destroy myself, whatever, any more than I already have, and say, oh, I was getting in trouble for doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. It's like, there's no way, that's not true. That's the fake feelings that they give you. And if it's the truth or whatever, where like, you're supposed to prop them up in your conversations, whatever, like, to other people that need to know the truth or whatever about what's going on, is that, well, they're not really trying to change anything, like, for us, whatever. They're not trying to do anything for us, like, because like, it's just like, once you die or whatever, like, it's different, like, basically, like, or whatever. If you're dead, whatever, it's like, this different shit, because they can't decide whether you go to heaven or hell. It's not their choice, basically. And so God or whoever, like, whatever, is supposed to dictate that and stuff like that. But if they're not real, then how is that possible? And so that's why people are really scared to die and stuff like that. And so, and it's true, because if you knew what I'm talking about, if you sat there in my shoes, whatever, for a second, and even knew what I was saying, then you'd be like, well, I don't know if I believe in those things anymore, because basically, because they've stolen a lot of our land, and they've taken a lot of our rights away, and they're not even from this country. And so that's hilariously fucking undoubtedly true. But it's like, it's just wrong and right, whatever it means, whatever, I don't know. But I think it's time for y'all to realize whatever you can do, obviously, what you need to do. And I would agree, whatever, to some extent. But like, I have to say, whatever, it's like, but just don't get like in a situation like where it's like people are trying to control you, like, or whatever, like, constantly, even sexually, like, because I feel like it gets to that point where like, they obviously try to control you or somehow, whatever, make you believe that y'all have a relationship in the past, whatever, somehow, somewhere. It's like, it's a trick, it's a trap, it really is. They steal things from your soul, they steal things from your heart, they destroy your ability to love and care for others. And it's like, but you're supposed to expect that from them, like, in real life, and that's what you believe. And that's really what people believe in. They really do believe that stuff, because it's their life is so perfect, like, so, I don't know how to describe it other than like serene or perfect, like, everything's so perfect or whatever they claim. And it's like, but you still treat people like trash. You still treat people like shit. You still treat others like with disrespect. You still treat them like they're worthless. Like that's so high and becoming of you. Like it really is. And like that's the truth about the reality of nature. It was like they don't believe that. They don't believe that. Whatever. They don't. And they can't believe it because they want to control. They still want to control sexuality. They still want to control those things. They still want to control the way people come out, whatever, and still how they determine and dictate their own life. Like they're still trying to control others, and it's like it's hard to it's insane to describe this. But imagine like an old person, whatever, trying to tell someone younger like how like, oh, I need you to live life to be like this or whatever, and it's like, but I can't do that because like the dimensions are different like today. Like it's hard to say it, but it's true. Where it's like you're killing it because our revolution should have been different, and so and it should have worked, whatever. But in real life, it's not working that way because they're like 10 years older than you, whatever, doing God knows what. That doesn't exist for you in the future. Where it's not like that in real life. It's really not. So it's not our place to sit there and be like, that's how I want to live my life, whatever. I want to be perfect, just like them, like they're angels or some shit. And it's like, but they still treat people like trash. They still treat people like shit. They still treat them fucking horrible, horrific. Still, they treat them shitty. Like they still do things that you don't believe in. All this crazy nonsense you believe in. You think they're so perfect, whatever. And like, it's not true. Like they treat you like trash. They treat you like shit. Like they really do. And that's what I think about is like, you can go and do what you want to do now. I'll accept it and I'll allow it because that's the truth, whatever. About and most of their conversations, whatever, is like they don't know what to think about it. You become so smart and so fucking better off without it, or anything like that. In body shaming to the continuously, whatever, doesn't make you a better person. It really doesn't. And it's really unbecoming of another person to sit there and try to say that makes them a better conversation. The debate or the conversation is like that. Focus on yourself really because it's not your choice, whatever, for how other people will live their life. And that's the way it's always going to be, whatever, basically, whether you like it or not, because the younger generation needs to stand up for themselves and say that they don't want to live life this way. They don't want to be controlled by others. They don't need to worry about what other people have to say, as long as they're, fighting for our rights and the love of the love for life, whatever, for us to say, whatever. What's really out there, because you live, whatever, you progress, whatever, you grow into your own procession, whatever's real. And so, but like when they trick you or they make you feel like it's right or whatever to believe in those things, it's like, well, I don't know. It's because it is real for some people, whatever. I'll say it's kind of true, whatever, sometimes. But it's like, but for others, like it's just it's a different dimension, to be honest. It's just a different dimension, because it's true, like whatever, like, and so, but I don't think like that we can take everybody that's hateful and disrespectful and fucking treats people like trash with us. I really don't think that's true. And so if you really think that they're going to heaven or something like that, basically, or they're still offended by what I have to say, it's like I don't really care anymore, because it's just like I'm beyond it. Where it's like I did the fucking math, I've done the science, whatever, as much as I could, and it's like I don't think that's how you get to heaven or whatever. It doesn't make you a better person, whatever, telling people how to live their lives or telling them off or whatever about whatever it is that they can feel better about, whatever, do better about, and think about better about for themselves, whatever, and say, then those things, whatever, that happened before were true. And so, but we can't say that anymore because they were not around. They're not in that lifetime. They're not really there. And so that's what I said is, don't waste your time on people that aren't really there, and don't protect them either. Because if they're not going to defend you, if they don't defend you, then don't protect them, because that's not how a relationship works. It's either you understand each other, you know each other, but I'm not going to sit there and say that, whatever, I'm going to sit there and give them power over me for what? To destroy my life because they're the enemy? Why would I sit there and say those things and say that? But I would understand what I'm talking about, knew what I was saying, knew what I was talking about, knew what I meant, knew all the things that I was, whatever I believed in, understood me for whatever that time period or whatever, and then but still wanted to act like a victim or become a victim or whatever. Like, no, whoever wants to become like the queen victim or the king victim, I don't really know if I feed into that shit, to be honest. Like, you gotta let it go, because it's just like, especially if it's older people, whatever, that are doing that, where they're like 20 years older than you and they're talking about shit that they don't know what they're talking about, where it's like, y'all's authority is sucks, because that's the truth, whatever. Because y'all think you're older than me. I don't care what you have to say. I'm a grown ass adult. I can do what I want to do. And y'all's little whatever, being offended party shit doesn't really work. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Or you're gonna get me in trouble for doing what? What have I done? What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. And it's you people, whatever, don't know how to fucking stop, whatever, treating other people like trash, treating other people like shit, just treating them with disrespect, whatever. And it sucks, but that's just the way it is. And I really don't know what else to say other than that. And so that's really what I think. I'm not for authority. I do not believe in authority. I really don't. And so I don't really care what anybody has to say. I really don't care what you have to say about it. If you're trying to get me in trouble, whatever, for nothing, for any reason. And so I don't really care. Like, you can come here and fight me. I don't give a damn. I really don't care. Like, I'm willing to do any crazy shit, whatever, just to feel comfortable. And I don't really need to hear it from anybody else, whatever, that they thought, whatever, I wasn't the truth, whatever, about my life, whatever, for me. I think that's the only reason why I felt dishonored by it, was giving attention to other people that needed to be lifted up in some way or something like that, whatever, for any reason, where it's like, I don't know anything about your life, like, I don't, other than that. And it's like, and I mean, I don't need to believe in that. I don't know why. But I'm not saying like anything about it, because it's not my place to say anything about it. It really isn't. And so, but I'm saying, when it's about me and my life and what happens to me after whatever happens to me, I do have a say about that. I really do. And so that's all I can say about it, is like, I don't believe in authority. I really don't. And so I'll say it again, like, I really don't. And so I really don't. And so that's why I'm thinking, like, your authority sucks, whatever. I believe in lawlessness, to be honest. I believe in all those crazy things that you probably don't, because you're not the same as me. You're not as young as me. You don't believe in the same things, where it's like, it's time for y'all to collapse or whatever. It really was and really is. And so that's how I feel, because it's true, whatever. And so you hear these fucking 80-year-olds, whatever, these fucking 50-year-olds, whatever, trying to tell you how to live your life. Don't fall for it, because they believe in this. They believe in fairy tales. They believe in make-believe bullshit. They believe in all this fake stuff that you'll find out later wasn't true. And so if you want to live your life, you live a lie, whatever, all your life, whatever, and people can they notice it, whatever, they can tell you're living a lie. That's your choice, basically. It's not my choice, because I don't have to live a lie. I don't need to worry about the lie. I don't have to worry about living my entire life for the lie, or whatever, living a lie, or whatever, just to look and feel comfortable with others, like you're fake or something like that. I'll leave it right there.